Two households both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break new immunity, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean, from forth the fatal loins of the two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured pittis of overthrows doth their death, bury their parents' strife, the fearful passage of their death-marked love, and continuance of their parents' rage, which both but their children's and not could remove. If is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage, the which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toll shall strive to mend.
Gregory, on my word, you will not be carrying coals.
No, for them we should be colliers.
I mean, and a chawler will draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out of collar.
I strike quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house, the Montague, moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant. Valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid Montagues.
That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
'Tis true. Therefore, women being weaker vessels, I thrust to the wall. Therefore, I push Montagues men to the wall, and thrust maids to the wall.
The quarrel is between our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all one, I show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with the men, I will be civil with the maids and cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids and their maiden heads, taken descent a will.
They must take it in, since that feel it.
Me they shall fill, while I'm able to stand, until known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not fish. If thou hadst been poor John, draw thy tool. Here comes of the house of Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Crow, I will back thee.
How? Thy back and run?
Fear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our sides. Let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nah, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which I disgrace them. They bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No?
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir?
No, sir.
But if you do, sir, I am here for you. I serve as a good man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw if you be bent. Gregory, remember thy washing blow.
Hark, fools! Up your swords. You know not what you do.
What art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy dead.
I do, but keep the peace. Put up thy sword, or manage to part these men with me.
What drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell. All Montagues and the head at thee coward.
What noise is this? Grab my sword, Helen.
A crutch. Why you call for a sword?
My sword, I say. Old Montague is come to flourish his blade in spite of me.
Thou villain Catholic, hold me not, let me go.
Thou shalt not stir one foot to seek a foe.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained steel, will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts, that quench the fire in your pernicious rage with purple fountains issuing from your veins, on pain of torture from those bloody hands. Throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by thee, old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grade the seeming ordinance, to wield old partitions in hands as old, cranked with peace, to part your crankered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time all rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me. Montague, come you this afternoon. To our farther pleasure, in this case, to hold free town in common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel new broach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of our advisor, and yours, close fighting ear. I did approach. I drew to part them, and the instant came the fiery Tybalt with his sword prepared, which he had breathed defense in my ear. He swung about his head and cut the winds, who nothing hurt withal, hissed his scorn, while we were interchanging thrusts and blowing. Came more and more, and fought on part and part, till the prince came, who parted either way.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw him today? Right glad I am here he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worship sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of sycamore that westward rooteth from his city side, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood. I measuring his affections by my own, which then most sought where most might not be found, being one too many by my weary self, pursued my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shunned who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there be seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning's dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But also soon as the all-cheering sun should in the farthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed, away from the light steals home my heavy son, in private in his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial light. Black and portentous must his humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can I learn from him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends, but he, his own affections' counselor, is to himself, I will not say how true, but to himself so secret and so close, so far from sounding and discovery, as is the bud bit with an envious worm, ere he can spread his sweet leaves to the air, or dedicate his beauty to the same. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willing give cure as know.
See where he comes, so please you step aside. I'll know his grievance, or be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay, to hear true shrift. Come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But new struck 9.
Aye, me sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that love, whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways up to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh me, what fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, O brawling love, O loving hate, O anything of nothing first, create. O heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms. Feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health. Still waking sleep that is not what it is. This love, feel I, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, 'cause I rather weep.
Good heart, at what?
At thy good heart's operation.
Why, such is love's transgression? Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt promulgate to have it pressed. With more of thine, this love that thou hast shown, doth add more grief to too much of my own. Love is a smoke made with the fumes of sighs, being purged, the heart sparkling in lovers' eyes. Being vexed to see nourished with loving tears, what is it else? A madness most discreet, a choking gall, and a preserving sweet. Farewell, my cubs.
Soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Tut! I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He is some other where.
Tell me in sadness, who is that you love?
What, shall I groan and tell thee?
Grown? Why no, but sadly, tell me who.
A sick man in sadness makes his will. A word ill urged to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aim so near, when I suppose you loved.
A right good markman, and she's fair and I love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz, is soonest hit.
Well, in that hit you miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Dian's wit, and in strong proof of chastity, well aimed, armed. From love's weak childish bow, she lives uncharmed. She will not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bideth encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to seducing gold. Oh, she is rich in beauty, only poor. That when she dies with beauty, dies her sword.
Then the hath sworn that she will still love chaste.
She hath, and in that sparring makes huge waste for beauty, starved with her severity, cuts beauty off from all prosperity. She's too fair, too wise, wisely too fair, to merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead, that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me, forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
This is the way to call hers exquisite in question. More, these happy masks that kiss fair ladies, brows being black, puts us in minds that hides the fair. That is struck in blind cannot forget the precious treasures of his eyesight lost. Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth your beauty serve but as a note, where I may read who passing fair? Farewell, thou cannot teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I, and penalty alike. And 'tis not hard, I think, for men as old as we to keep peace.
Of honorable reckoning of you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I've said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her right to be bride.
Younger than she are happy, mother's maid.
And too soon married, are those so early made? Earth has swallowed all my hopes, but she's the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part, and she agreed. Within her scope of choice lies my consent, and fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, where I have invited many guests such as I love, and you among the store. One more most welcome, make my number more. At my poor house, look to behold this night, earth treating stars that make dark heaven light, such comfort as do lusty young men feel when well-prepared April on the heel of limping winter treads, even such delight. Among fresh fennel bird buds shall view this night, and here at my house, here all see and like her most, whose merit most shall be, where which on more view of many minds, beginning one may stand in number through reckoning them. Go with me. Go, Syra, trudge about through the veranda and find those persons out there whose names are written here. and to them say, my house and welcome on their pleasure say.
Find them out whose names are written here. It is written that the shoemaker should mendle. With this yard and this tailor, with his less, the fisher and with his pencil, and the painter with his nails. But I am sent to find those persons whose names are here writ, and can never find what names writing person that here writ I must learn in good time.
Tut, man, one fire burns out, another's burning. One pain is lessened by another's anguish. Turn giddy, and be helpful by backwards turning. One desperate grief cures with another's languish. Take thou some new infection to thy eye, and take the rank poison of the old will die.
Your Plankton leaf is excellent for that.
For what, I pray thee?
For your broken shin.
Why, Romeo, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in a prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented, and good fellow.
Good'un, I pray, sir. Sir, can you read?
Aye, my own fortune is my misery.
Perhaps you have learned it without book. I pray you can read anything you see.
Aye, I know the letters and the language.
You say honestly, rest you marry.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, Count Aslan and his beautiful sisters, the lady widow of Truvio, Signor Placido and his lovely nieces, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, mine uncle Capulet and his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosalind and Livia, Signor Valentino and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena. A fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up
Whither to supper?
to our house,
Whose house?
my master's.
Indeed, I should have asked that before.
Now I'll tell you without asking. My master is a great rich captain, and if you be not of the house of Monguis, I pray to come and crush a cup of wine, rescue Mary.
At this time, at this ancient feast of Capulets, sups at fair Rosalind, whom thou so loved, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and then untainted eye, compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thy swan a crown.
When the devout religion of mine eye maintains such falsehoods, and turns tears to fire, and these who, often drowned, could never die. Transparent heretics be burnt for liars, one fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun, near saw her match since the first world begun.
Tut, you saw her fair, none else being by, herself poisoned with herself in either eye. But in that crystal scale, let her be weighted, your lady's love against some other maid that I will show you shining at this feast, and she shall scant show, well, that now seems best.
I'll go alone, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in the splendor of my own.
Nurse, where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
No, by my maidenhead at 12 years old, I bade for her to come. What lamb? What ladybird? God forbid. Where's this girl? What Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I'm here. What is your will? This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou hear our counsel? Thou knowest my daughter of a pretty age?
Faith, I can tell her age into an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 of my teeth, and yet to my teen be it spoken I have but 4. She's not 14. How long is it now to Linstead?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even are odd of all days in this
in the year, come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age, well Susan is with God. She was not too good for me, but as I said, on Lammas Day at eve, at night shall she be 14. That shall she, Mary I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake now 11 years, and she was weaned. I never shall forget of all the days of the year upon that day, for I had laid wormwood to my dug, sitting in the sun under the dove house wall. My Lord and you were that at too. Now I do bear a brain, but as I said, when it did taste the wormwood on the nipple of my dug, and it felt it bitter. Pretty fool, to see it tetchy and fall out with the dug. Shake, quoth the dove house, 'twas no need I trow, to bid me trudge, and since that time it is 11 years, from then she could stand high low, not be they rode. She could have run and waddled all about, for even the day before she broke her brow. And then my husband, God be with his soul, he was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon the face? Thou wilt fall backwards when thou hast more wit, with thou not jewel. And by my holden am, the pretty wretch left crying, and I said, I, to see now how jest shall come about, I warrant I should live 1,000 years, I never should forget it with no jewel. Quoth he, and pretty fool, it's and I say I.
Enough of this, I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Yes, madam, yet I cannot choose but laugh, to think it should leave crying, and say I. And yet I warrant it had upon its brow, and both as big as a young congruous stone, a perilous knock, and it cried bitterly. And yea, quoth my husband, fallest upon thy face, thou wilt fall backwards when thou comest to age. Wilt thou not, jewel? Instant, and say I.
Instant though too, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Peace I have done. God mark thee to his grace. Thou wasn't the prettiest babe and I nursed, and I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Mary is the name theme I came to talk of. Tell me, my daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream of not.
An honor? Were not I thine only nurse? I would say thou hasn't sucked wisdom from my teeth.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you here in Verona, ladies of Estine are already made mothers, but my count, I was your mother up much upon these years, that now you are a maid. Thus, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady, such a man as all the world, why he's a man of wax.
Verona summer hath such not a flower.
Nah, he's a flower, in faith a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read, O here, the volume of young Paris' face, and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. Examine every married lineament, and see how one another's leads content, and what obscured in this fair volume lies. Find written in the margin of his eyes this precious book of love, this unbound lover. To beautify him only lacks a cover. The fish lives in the sea, and 'tis much pride. For fair without the fair within to hide, a book in many eyes doth share the glory, that in gold clasped locks and the golden story too shall you share that he doth process, by having him making yourself no less.
No less, nigh bigger, women grow by men.
Speak briefly, can you like Paris of love?
I'll look to like, if looking like him
but no more deep lie in dark mine eye. Then your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come, supper served up. You called, my young lady, asked for the nurse, cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I must hence to wait. I beseech you to follow straight.
We follow thee.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
What shall this speech be spoke for our excuse, or shall we be without apology?
The date is out of such prolixity. We'll have no Cupid hoodwink with a scarf, bearing a tarnished painted bow of laugh, scaring the ladies like a crow keeper, nor, no, without book prologue, faintly spoke after the prompter or entrance. But let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
Give me a torch. I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, you must have your dance.
Not I. Believe me, you have dancing shoes. With nimble soles, I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground, I cannot move.
You're a borrowed, keep between the sword to come down.
I am too sore and pierced with the shaft. To soar with his light feathers, and so bound, I cannot bound a pitch above a dull wall. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink it, and you should borrow burdens, love, to grant pushing a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, you be rough with love. Pricking for the pricking. You beat down love, and you give me a case in the visage. What curious eye doth the deformities? Here beetle grows, a sound blush from me.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
A torch for me. Let wantons light the heart, tickle the senseless rushes with their heels. For I am proverbed with a grandsire phrase. I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was so near, so fair, and I am dumb.
Tut down, constable's own word. If art done, we draw from the mirror, or save revenge. Whether thou sickest, up to the ears, calm burn daylight, ho!
Nay, that is not so.
We waste our lights in the vain. Lights by day, we take our good meaning and the judgment sits. 5 times in the ear, once 5 wits.
And we mean will in going in the mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
And so I did.
Well, what was yours?
The dreams often lie.
In bed asleep, while I do dream things true?
Well, then I seen you met Queen Ma. She's been with you. She's a fairy midlife, and she comes in a shape no bigger than an arrogant stone on the forefinger of an alderman with a team of little autonomy. Over men's noses as they sleep and they crawl. Spiders' legs, cover the wings and grasshoppers. Her traces of smallest spider web, her collars of the moonshine wood beams, her web of cricket's bones, the slash of the film, her wagon small gray coat gnat, not half so big, round like a worm, pricked from the ledge finger of a maid, her chair empty like a cherry empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel of old grub. Time out mind, fairies coachmakers, and this state gallops by the night. Through lovers' brains, misty love. Our courtiers' knees that dream on the sight. Oh, warriors' fingers, the dream of fees. Our lady's lips, who kisses on the dream. Often which angry mob with blisters of plagues, because her breath is sweetly tainted arm. Sometimes she gallops through the courtier's nose, and then she dreams of smelling a stout suit. And sometimes comes often with thin pig's tail, tickling a person's nose as he lies asleep. That her dreams of another beyond. Sometimes she's driven through a soldier's neck, and other times she's cutting off the thorns of the throats. Other breachers amazons, the Spanish blades of heath, the 5 freedom and drums in the ear. when she stares awake, and thus frightened ears with a prayer or two. And she sleeps again. Oh, this queen. Ah. The plagues the night of the horses. And breaks the elf locks and fouls to tears, untangled misfortunate bodies. This is what a hag and maids lie on their backs, presses them, orange, bears, making them women of good carriage. This must be
Peace, Marguerite, peace.
true.
Stop talking.
I talk of dreams, which are children of idle brain, begot of nothing of a fantasy, which is the thin as the substance of air, and more inconstant than a wind, who woos even now the frozen blossoms of the north, and beginning to end or puffs away from the dirt, turn inside to dew droppings in the south.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives. Some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful day. With this night's reveal and expire the term of a despised life, close my breast. But some vile forfeit of ultimately death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail on lusty gentlemen.
Strike drum.
Where's Potpan that he hopes not to take away? He shift a trencher, he scrape a trencher.
When good manners shall lie in all one or two men's hands, they're unwashed, it's unwashed too. It's a foul thing.
Away with joint stools, remove the cork cupboard, look into the plate. Good thou save me piece of marchpane. And as thou lovest me, let the porter let in Susan Grindstone, and now Anthony and Potpan.
We cannot be here and there too. Chilly boys, be risk while longer liver take all.
Welcome, gentlemen, ladies, that have their toes unplugged with corns will walk about with you. Ah, my mistress, which of you all will now deny to dance. She that makes vanity, I'll swear hath corns, and I come near now. Welcome, gentlemen. I have seen the day that I have worn a visor and could tell a whispering tale in a fairy's lady's ear, such as would please. 'Tis gone, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. You are welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. A hall, give room, and foot it girls. More lights leaves, and turn the table up, and quench the fire. The room is grown too hot, and Sariah, this unlocks for sport comes well. Nice sit. Good cousin Capulet, for you and I are past our dancing days. How long is it now since last yourself and I were in a mask? Our Lady 30 years. What man, 'tis not so much, 'tis since the nuptial of Vincentio. Come, Pencuson, as quickly as will. Some 25 years, and then we mass. Will you tell me that his son was but a ward 2 years ago?
What ladies that would doubt, enrich the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night, as a rich jewel in Ethan's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. She sews a snowy dove, trooping with crows, as yonder lady o'er her followers shows. The measure is done, I'll watch her place stand, and touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now, forswear sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. Fetch me rapier, boy. What does the slave come hither covered with an antic face to fleer and scorn at our solemnity. Now, by the shock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it no sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, the villain Romeo.
Content 3 gentle cuz. Let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman, and to say truth, Baron brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I'll not for the wealth of all this town here in my house do him disparagement. Therefore be patient, take no note of him. It is my wall, the which of you thou respect. Show a fair presence and put off those frowns, an ill-beseeming semblance for a fest.
It fits. When such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. What good man, boy? I say he shall. Go to, am I the master here or you? Go to, you'll not endure him. God shall mend my soul. You'll take immunity among my guests. You will set a cockaboo. You'll be the man.
Why, Uncle? 'Tis a shame.
Go to go. You are a saucy boy. It's so indeed. This trick may chance to gratitude. I know what you must convey me. Marry, 'tis time. Well said, my heart. More are Prince Cox. Go be quiet, or more light. For shame, I'll make you quiet. What cheerly my heart.
Patience. Perform the willful chore. Meeting makes my flesh tremble. In this different reading, I will withdraw, not this intrusion shall. Now, seeming sweet, convent to rich rest gal.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm and holy palmers kiss.
Have not saint lips and holy palmers too?
A pilgrim's lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant now, lest faith turn on despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not while my prayer's effect I take. This from my lips by thine, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips that the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips, O trespasses sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
You kissed by the book.
Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary Bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house, a good lady and a wise in virtues. I nursed her daughter that I talked withal. I tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the cheeks.
Is she a Catholic? Oh dear Count, my life is a foe's debt.
Away, be gone. The sport is at the best.
Aye, so I fear the more is my unrest.
Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling, foolish banquet towards. Is it and so? Why then, I thank you all. I thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night. More torches here. Come on then, let's go to bed. Ah, Saraya, by my fave. It waxes late. I'll go to my rest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman?
the son and heir of old Tiberi.
Marry that I think he young future. What's he that now is going out of door?
Marry that I think but yet be young Pitruch.
What's he that follows here that would not dance?
I know not.
Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate, too early seen unknown and knows too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me, that I must love a both enemy.
What is this? What is this?
A rhythm I learned even now, of me I danced without.
Unknown, unknown, come let's away, the strangers all are gone.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out.
Romeo, my cousin Romeo, Romeo.
He is wise, and on my life hath stolen home.
He ran his way and leapt his orchard wall. Call, good Mercutio.
Nay, I conjure to Romeo humors, madam possession of lover. Appear thou likeness of side. Speak but rhyme, and I am unsatisfied. Cry but a me, but love and done. Speak to my gossip Venus one fair word. What nickname to your blind son and her young Abraham Cupid? And this sat so trim that when Cupid and King Cupid loved him beggar made, he hath not, he hath shook not, he moved not. The ape is dead. I must conjure him. I conjure to Rosaline bright eyes, with her forehead and her scarlet lip, with her fine foot, straight leg, quivering thigh, and the adjacent eye. That is likeness thou agreest.
And if he hear thou wilt anger him.
This cannot anger him. 'Twould anger him to raise a spirit and mistress, circle of some strange nature, letting him stand till she had laid and conjured it down. There was some spite, my evidence and despair honest. My mistress' name I could conjure, but only raise something.
Come, he hath hid himself among these trees, to be consorted with the humorous night, blind in his love, and best benefits to die.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Now we will sit under the madar tree, and wish mistress were their kind of fruit. And maids and mallards when they love alone, oh Romeo, that she were, oh there she were. And thou, Paparine, Romeo, good night. I chuckle my bed, this feed bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him where that means not to be found.
He jests at scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that though her maid art far more fair than she, but not her maid, since she is envious, her vestal livery, but she is sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks, to the fair stars in all of heaven. Having some business, to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there? They in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars. As daylight doth a lamp, her eye in heaven would, though the airy region streamed so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. She, see how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I would love upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
I me?
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head as its winged messenger of heaven, unto the white, upturned, wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him. When he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name? Or if thou wilt not, but be sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis by thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, thou not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face. O be some other name belonging to a man. What in a name, that which we call a rose? By any other word would smell as sweet, so Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo doth thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou that, thus be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have yet not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know that the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maiden, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place doth consider who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light, wings do I urge these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dares love tempt? Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eyes than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet. Am I proof against their immorality?
I would not for the world if they see they hear.
I have a night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prolonged me by their wanting thy love.
By whose direction thought'st thou out this place?
By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet were thou as far as thy vast shore washed with the fairest farthest sea, I should adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush be painted my cheek. For that which thou hast not heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have speak. But farewell compliment, dost thou I love me, I know thou wilt say I, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou must prove false. At lovers' prejuries, they say love laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost laugh, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thy name. So thou wilt woe, but else know for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou must think my haver light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true. Then thou that have more going to be strange, I should have been more strange, I must confess. But that thou overheardest, I was aware, my true love passion. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I vow that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
O swear nor by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy graceful self, which is the God of my adultery, and I'll believe thy.
If my heart, dear love.
Well, do not swear, although I joy in thee. I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too harsh, too undevised, too sudden, too like the lightning which thou seest to be ere one can say it lands. Sweet good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction cannot thou have tonight?
Thy exchange of thy love, faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didn't request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? From what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thy again, and yet I wish but the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for more are we infinite.
Juliet!
Oh, I hear some noise within, dear love, Anon, good nurse, sweet Montesquieu, be true, stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed night. I am afeard, being in that night, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be subsequential.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If thy bent of love be honorable, thy proposed marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite. In all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam,
I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thou.
Madam,
By and by I come, to cease thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will thou send.
So thrive, my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worst to want thy light. Love goes towards love, as schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Hist, Romeo, hist. Oh, for a falconer's night voice, to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse, and may not speak aloud, else would I tear the cave where echoes lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of my Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music of attending ears.
Romeo.
My dear.
What o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
By the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I loved thy company.
And I'll still stay, to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning, I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird, that lets it hop a little from his hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted guise, and with a silken thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I, yet I should kill thy with much cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting is such a sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night until it be morrow.
Sleep dwells upon thy eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were asleep, and peace so sweet to rest. Hence will I to ghostly friar close cell, his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen, but come what sorrow can. It cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then love devouring death, do what he dare. It is enough, I may but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady. Oh, so light of foot, will ne'er wear out the everlasting flint. A lover may bestride the gossamers that idles in the wanton summer air, and yet not false, so light is vanity.
Good evening, my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for his will.
As much to him as is his thanks too much.
Ah, Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be helped like mine, that thy skill be more to blazon it than sweeten it with thy breath. This neighbor air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive, in either by this dear encounter.
Conceit, more rich in matter than in words, brags of his substance, not of ornament. They are but beggars that can count their worth. But my true love is grown to such success, I cannot sum up some of half my wealth.
Come with me, and we will make short work. For, by your leaves, you shall not stay alone, till Holy Church incorporate two in one.
Be good, Mercutio. Let's retire. The day is hot. The capitals are abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now, these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thou art like one, these fellows that, when we enters the confines of the tavern, claps to me his sword. Upon the table says, "Good send." No need of thee. And by the operation the second cup draws, and on the drawer, indeed, there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Good, come. Thou as art as hot as Jack in the Nile. Mood as Italy, and soon moved. Moody, and soon moved.
And what too?
Nay, there is two such. We shall have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou. We will quarrel with a man that hath hair more, hair less. Hits then thou perhaps. Thou the quarrel of a man's cracking nuts, have no other reason because thou hazel eyes. But what eye, such an eye, should spy on such quarrel? Head is full, quarrels as. An egg full of meat, it yet head that hath been beaten. As an aid for quarreling, thou hast quarreled with a man coughing from the street because hath weakened thy dog is asleep in the sun. This thou, the fallout with Taylor for wearing his new cloak for Easter, with another tying with his new shoes with the old ribbon, and yet thou tutor me from a quarreling.
And I were to apart to quarrel as thou art, any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple, oh simple.
By my head, here comes the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good e'en a word with one of you.
And but one word of this, couple it with something. Make a word in blood.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not take any occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consorted with Romeo.
Consort, what dost thou, minstrels? Thou minstrels who can hear nothing discords. My fiddlestick, here shall we make you dance. Sounds concert.
We talk here, in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw onto some private place, or reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and not let them gaze. I would not budge for no man's pleasure.
Well, at peace by all of you. Sir, here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged, sir. If your livery may go before the field, I'll beg your follower worship in that sense, call him man.
Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I had to love thee, thou much excuse the pertaining rage. To such greeting, villain I am none. Therefore, farewell, I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore, turn and draw.
Back. Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission. Alec, here's the way. Tybalt, you let your lead walk.
Wouldst thou have with me?
Good kings of cats, nothing would for many lives. I mean, make bold withdraw, as you shall with heavier dry beat of the rest. 8 will you pluck your sword out of this pitcher. The ears may haste, least mine care about your ears. I'll be out.
I am for you.
Gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come on, sir, give me saddle.
Draw, Benvolio, beat down their weapons. Gentlemen, for shame forbear this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince expressly hath forbid this bandying in Verona's streets. Hold, Tybalt, good Mercutio.
Away, Tybalt.
I am hurt. I plague both our houses. I am sped. As he hath nothing.
What, art thou hurt?
Hey, scratch. Mary's 'tis enough, where's my page? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man. The hurt cannot do much.
No, 'tis deep as will, wide as a church door. 'Tis enough, 'twill serve. Ask he tomorrow shall find me great man. I am prepared. I want this world. I plague both of your houses. Sounds of dogs, rats, and mouse. Catch trends men. I brag it. A road villain fights this book of arithmetic. Why the devil became between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me into some house, Benvolio, or shall I faint? A plague of both our houses. They worms me. I have some your houses.
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got this mortal hurt. In my behalf, my reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my cousin. O sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo, how brave Mercutio is dead. What gallant spirit hath aspired the clouds, which too immediately here did scorn the earth.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain, away to heaven respectfully landed. And fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take the villain back again. That late thou gavest me, for Mercutio's soul is but little way above our head. Staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou or I, or both must go with him.
Thou wretched boy, this that thou consort him here, shallst with him hence.
This shall terminate that.
Romeo, away, be gone. The citizens are up. Tybalt slammed. Stand not amazed. The prince will doom the dead. If thou art taken, hence, be gone, away.
Oh, I am fortune's fool.
Why does thou stay?
Which way ran he that killed Mercutio? Tybalt, that murderer, which way he ran?
Here lies that Tybalt.
I charge up, sir, go with me. I charge thee in the prince's name, obey.
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
O noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies this man, slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin, oh, my brother's dead. Oh, prince, oh, cousin, husband. Oh, the blood is spilled of my dear kinsman, prince, as thou art true. For blood of ours shed blood of Montague, oh, cousin, cousin.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt here is slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, bid him be fain. How nice that quarrel was, and urged withal your high displeasure. All this uttered in gentle breath, calm love, knees humbly bow, could not take truce with that unruled spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace. Would that he tilted with piercing steel at bound Mercutio's breast, who all as hot turns deadly point to point, and with a mortal scorn with one hand beats cold, dead aside with the other sends it back to Tybalt, who dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold friends, friends apart, and swift returns Tybalt. His agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rush, underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, and to they go like lightning. For ere I could draw to pardon them, with stout Tybalt slain, and as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false, he speaks not true, but 20 of them fought in his black strife, and all of those 20 could but kill one life. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt, Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the prince of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince, who's Mercutio's friend. His fault includes, but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. I have an interest in your hearts proceeding. My blood through your rude brawls doth lie bleeding, but I'll immerse you with so strong a fine that you shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses, nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore, us none, let Romeo hence in taste else. When he is found that hour in his last, bear hence the body and attend our will mercy by the murderers, pardoning those that kill.
Gallop the space, you fury-footed steeds, towards Phoebus, lodging such a Wagner, as Phaeton would whip you to the west and bring to the cloudy night. Immediately spread the closed curtain, love performing night. The runaway's eyes make blink, and Romeo leaped to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see and do their remorse rights by their own beauties. Or if I love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come evil night, civil night, though sober suited, matron all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match. Played for a pair of stainless maidenhood, hood of unmanned blood beating in my cheeks, with the black mantle till strange love grow bold. Think true love acted simple modesty. Come night, come Romeo, come both day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow upon a raven's back. Come gentle night, come loving black browed night, give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, who will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with the night, and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I had bought the mansion of love but not possessed it. And though I am sold, not yet enjoyed, so tettest in this day, as if the night before some festival, to an impatient child that hath new robes, and may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news in every tongue that speaks, but Romeo's name speaks heavenly, close him. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there? The cords that Romeo bid thee fetch?
Aye, the cords.
I mean, what news? What dost thou wring thy hands?
I where that he's dead. Where our undue lady, we are undone. I lack the day he's gone, killed, he's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh Romeo, whoever would have thought it Romeo.
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torment should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? So little but I, the bare bottle I, shall poison more than the death-darting eye of Cockton. I am not if I there be such an eye, or those eyes that makes thee answer, I, if he be slain. Say I, or if not, no. Brief if sounds determine my weal or woe.
I saw the wound, I saw with mine eyes. God save the mark, here on his manly breast, a piteous course of bloody piteous course, pale as ashes, all bedded in blood, all in gore blood, I swooned at the sight.
Oh break, my heart poor banrod, break at once, to prison eyes, near look on liberty. Vile earth to earth resign, and motion near, and lo in Romeo press on heaven barrier.
Oh Tybalt, the best friend I had, oh courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that ever I should live to see thy death.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin, my dearest lord? Then dreadful trumpet, sound the general doom, for who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo is banished. Romeo that killed him is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. Alas the day it did.
Oh serpent heart, hid with a flow-laying face, did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, feed angelic cold, dove-feathered raven, wolvish raving lamb, despised substance of divinest show, just opposite to what thou justly seek. A damned saint and horrible, honorable villain, in nature what hadst thou to do in hell, when thou didst bower the spirit of fiend? Immortal paradise of such sweet flesh, was ever book containing such vile matter, so freely bound? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such gorgeous palace.
There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in a man, all perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. I wear my man, give me some aqua vitae. These griefs, those woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is ashamed to sit, for 'tis a throne where honor may be crowned. Sole monarch of the universal earth, oh what a beast was I chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Ah, poor my lord, what tongue shall I smooth thy name, when I thy 3 hours life have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which you mistaken offer up to joy. My husband lives, that Tybalt will have slain, and Tybalt's dead, that would have slain my husband. All is comfort, wherefore weep I then? Some words there was worser than Tybalt's death, that murdered me I would forget it fain. But oh, it presses to my memory, like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt is dead and Romeo is banished. That one banished, hath slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was woe enough if I had ended there. Oh, if sour woe delights in fellowship, immediately will be ranked with other griefs. Why followed not when she said Tybalt's dead, thy father or thy mother nigh, or both, which modern lamentation might have moved. But with a reward following Tybalt's death, Romeo was banished to speak that word. His father and mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo's banished. There's no end, no limit, measure bound. In that word, death, no words can that woe sound. Where's my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse, will you go to them? I will bring you thy
Wash his wounds with tears, mine shall be spent. When theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment, take up those cords. Poor ropes, you are the gold. Both you and I for Romeo's exile. He made you for a highway to my bed, but I, a maid guide, maiden widowed, come cords, come nurse, I'll to my wedding bed in death, not Romeo, take my maiden head.
I to your chamber, I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I won't well where he is. Hark your Romeo will be here at night, but all to him he is hid at Lawrence's cell.
Oh, find him. Give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.